Let's go.
Dr. Rosie Milligan, one of the most sought-after speakers on the circuit today. Her live internet talk show, Express Yourself, is the most provocative, thought-provoking, and talked-about radio show on the internet. There's no holds barred, and Dr. Milligan puts the B in bold. She brings it every Tuesday live at 10 a.m. Pacific and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dr. Rosie has been proclaimed the most provocative female writer of the century. Her books include Satisfying the Black Man and Black Woman Sexually Made Simple, Why Black Men Choose White Women, and the book Nigga Please. These books have raised eyebrows across the country. She has authored 21 books and published 350 titles for authors nationwide. Check Dr. Rosie out at drrosie.com for her books, articles, and archives of her internet talk show. Sit at the feet of wisdom. Dr. Milligan is indeed a timekeeper and scorekeeper. She is the clock, calendar, and almanac for Black America. You need to hear her.
California. You'll listen to the Express Yourself Hour, and I am your host, Dr. Rosie Milligan, coming to you live with nothing but straight talk, folks. That's how we do it around here. You get nothing but straight talk. We have a great show for you today. My co-hosts are, well, we have Mr. Keith Swanson. You guys know him. He's the AI man. Y'all been searching for him for years. Keith, how are you today?
I'm still in the clouds, Dr. Rosie, still in the clouds.
They still can't find you. Folks, I had money on the table for anybody who reached out and caught Keith and said, I got him. And his voice never changed. He's walking amongst you at the expo. He's going to be at Black Writers on Tour this year. And I'm just going to see if anybody call me and say, hey, I got Keith. I got the AI man. Keith, they better catch you this year. But you doing good?
I am doing good. Where's Waldo, huh?
Oh, that's right. That's right. And we have my new co-host who's joining us, my goddaughter, Dr. Andre Anthony. She's an author. She's an educator, a former coach, a basketball coach. She's tough, you guys.
Okay.
And she's going to be co-hosting. She's going to be joining me. So, Dr. Andre, show your face. Let them know how beautiful you are.
She knows how to throw elbows, huh?
Hey. The girl is tough.
Good morning.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm doing wonderful this morning. I'm happy to be here.
Great.
A fellow gym rat, huh?
And yes, Keith, I'm a former gym rat, and I know how to throw some elbows and box out.
All right, then. Folks, we have a great show for you today, and I'm so excited about our guest, and I'll talk about her later. But look. Today we're talking about a story that is not just my guest story. It's a story of thousands of children who were labeled unwanted and treated like they didn't matter. My guest today, I'm so happy to meet her, and guess what, you guys? She's going to be on that floor at Black Writers on Tour Saturday, April 25th at the Carson Community Center in Carson. All roads need to lead to that event. We're at a time when we are actually, there's a notion to wipe us out, to erase us, but we are not going to let it happen. We're going to write and tell our stories like never before, and you will see that on that floor on April 25th at Black Writers on Tour plus Business plus AI Expo. My guest, Judith, well, I pronounce her name. You know I can botch up a name. Levisy, she'll straighten it out, okay? She's an author. She's a speaker. She's a veteran. She's a television personality, and she is a foster child advocate. So joining us today, good morning, Judy.
Good morning. How are you today? What
good.
An honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Well, it's an honor to have you because these stories have been hidden for so long. It's a point of rejection. And when I read your story and I looked at what had happened, my heart went out. And then I say, what you feeling sad about? That girl on top of the world. It's not where she was, it's where she been. So then I took on another persona. I am so happy that you're here to share with the world because rejection is something that hinders people for life. Sometimes people never get over that. But you went on after terming out of foster care, went on graduating cum laude, associate degree in theater, played in theater, in movies, and you just non-stop. You're unstoppable. And I am so proud of that because I want people to know, those who've been adopted, folks, you are not here in an accident. I don't care what your life, I don't care how you got here, I don't care what they did to you. You are not an accident. You are here on purpose. And my guest today, she's going to demonstrate that she has a purpose and she's walking in it. She's walking in it. She's defying that rejection because there are so many people cannot live, Judith, their life out because they're still hanging on to, I was rejected 40 years ago. Now here you 60 and you still holding on to 40 years ago versus living out what God created you to be. So, Judith, tell us a little about yourself. Let's talk about your life. Let the audience know what you came through, but where you are today. We're celebrating your today, not yesterday.
Yes. Well, my name is pronounced Levisy, Levisy, and for years I pronounced it wrong because my foster family were telling me it's pronounced Levisy. But when I met my mom when I was 22, she says you pronounce it Levisy, and so I've been trying to pronounce it Levisy, and some people still say no, you're Levisy to me. And I'm originally from Buffalo, New York, born and raised. I was born with blonde hair, blue eyes, adopted by a Caucasian couple. 6 months later, they decided, well, I started turning colors. My hair, eyes, everything, skin started getting darker. Then they realized that I was not all Caucasian. So they returned me, sent me back to the orphanage, and in this orphanage, actually they took the name that they gave me back. So I was a nameless 6-month-old mixed baby, and living in this orphanage. It was the staff in the orphanage that looked at my birth certificate and named me after my mom. So my full name is Judith Mary Levisy. And then after that, I ended up with black parents. Their names are changed in the book. And they took in 26 foster kids. But 6 of us were all biracial. And, excuse me, my throat. And what they decided to do, they were going to adopt us. But when the state of New York told them that if you adopt, you will no longer receive payment. So they kept us all as foster children. And they realized that if you get biracial children, no one wanted us. We were considered illegitimate, worthless, meaningless, because I was born in 61. So back then, biracial children we were just unwanted. We were considered mistakes. So they knew that no one would come for us. So that's why they took in a lot of biracial children. And we were mistreated, and we weren't accepted by black people. We were called mulattoes or wannabes, and by white people, we were called the N-word. This is the life that we live. And we moved out from Buffalo, New York to Angola, which is predominantly white. And we were on a farm in the middle of nowhere, and that's when a lot of the mental and physical abuse started back then. And I overcame all of that. Some of the things that we went through, we were, I guess you consider, tortured, and where you get beat with ironing cords, switches, anything, and then we would draw blood because we were kids, and we would bleed, and we were put in bathtubs of cold water to keep the swelling down. Because back then, when you're a social worker, they would come and visit you every month. So they made sure that we did not have any scars on us. And if we did, then we had to wear long sleeves. We were not treated fairly. They had one daughter, and she was treated like the queen of the bunch. And the rest of us, we didn't eat the same thing. When each of us turned 12 years old, we were sent out to the fields to work with the migrant workers, and every dime, everything that we made went to them. I was the youngest of the girls, and a lot of things that I witnessed my foster brothers and two other sisters go through, I kept telling myself, if I don't just like do what they tell me to do and keep my mouth shut, I would get beat up and like they were. And sometimes keeping your mouth shut or whatever, it didn't help the situation. We would get woken up in the middle of the night with just the ironing cords or whatever, and just beaten for no reason. It could be that we did not fold up our clothes the right way, or we didn't wash all the dishes and dry them and put them up. And instead of just giving us an opportunity to say, hey, you need to go back and do this, we would get beat for it. And I am the only one. Well, there's one more. One of my brothers, he found his family, and I am the only one that was asking a lot of questions to my foster parents, saying, hey, who is my mom? I want to know where did I come from? Are there people looking for me? I'm not going to try to get emotional, but I felt like I never belonged anywhere. And when I processed for the military,
It's okay.
My recruiter gave me my birth certificate. And I was 22. And that was the first time that I was able to hold on to something that showed me a piece of my life. It was a piece of me. And that's when I realized, too, hey, I'm named after my mom. And the father part was blank. And I was very curious. I wanted to know. I wanted to meet my mom. And back then they had telephone books. So I was looking in a telephone book, and that's when I found a couple of other Levisys. At the time, it was still Levisy. And I ended up calling one. And it happened to be my uncle, my mom's uncle, my mom's brother. Mm-hmm. And after talking with the little girl, Robin, who is one of my first cousins, answered the phone. And she was 10 at the time. And she put our grandmother on the phone. And I told her who I was and what I found out. And that's when my foster mom told me also that when I was 7, there was a funeral for someone by the name of Levisy, and it was Harold. And Harry, I'm sorry. And she tried to call the funeral home, but they had just buried him the day before. And she believed that was my family. And actually, it was my grandfather that they had buried. And when I was asking her, does any of this sound familiar? And she said, yes. So I said, I could be talking to my grandmother. And she said, you are talking to your grandmother. Wow. And it was just unbelievable. But I will say this too. My foster parents never wanted any of us to find out where we came from. They didn't want us to find any relatives because they said they wanted us to be able to take care of them as they got older. And So she was like, they tried to tell me, my foster mom tried to tell me that I'm going to ruin someone's family. You're going to show up and you're going to be rejected again. They gave you up. If they wanted you, they would have kept you. But you're setting yourself up for more hurt. And but I wanted to know anyway. If you reject me, you reject me. So I called, and my mom called me later that day, and her and my grandmother came out to visit me. So I don't want to give too much of the book away, but it was heartfelt, but I would say heartfelt in a good way, but ended in a negative way.
Well, they're
And
gonna have to read the book to find that out. I want to
yes,
see how that
yes,
saga plays out. But I am so proud of you. You represent so many who have never gotten the opportunity to bounce back. Rejection is a terrible thing, and some people never get over it. And they expect it when they move to the next phase of their life. They walk in expecting to be rejected again and again. And even when possibilities of not being rejected, because they've kind of built this into their continent, they're not going to accept me. I'm going to be rejected. So they go in projecting their thoughts onto other people who might be willing to accept them. So
yeah,
I think it's really due time for us to have an advocate, somebody like you, who are really reaching out. Because particularly in our community, we have so many children in the foster system, and nobody is asking where you at, how you feel. It's nothing put in place even when they enter school, Judy. There should be
right, which is
something
true.
special that you need to learn as to how to deal with children who are coming from foster homes. So they are not treated well. Some of them are treated well. Some of them are just a money machine. But society needs to do a better job,
Yes,
because these are the children that produce from a psychological sickness that impacts the whole world, the whole community. So I'm glad that you're stepping forward
I'd
and
like to,
sharing your story.
I'd like to ask a question.
yes.
Um, so can you just give us a little snippet of what your experience with the foster care system, meaning Department of Children's Services? What was that experience like for you? How were they involved? I know you mentioned earlier that, the social worker would come by, but just your own personal view and experience on that.
My personal experience with the foster care system, and I say this, being young, you don't know what is right and what is wrong as far as what their position is and what they're supposed to do and how they're supposed to react. But I do remember many times after being beaten and everything else that we all went through, they would tell us, when your social worker come today, you better not say anything to them, because if you do, they're going to take you away from us, and you're going to be put in another home, and you're going to be abused. No one's going to want you, and so you're safer here than you are anywhere else. And I don't believe they even tried to do their best in placing us where we were safe at. They say their names. My foster parents, they know how to put on a show. They
They
knew
all
how
do.
to say, "Oh, we just love our children," and to be honest with you, we never grew up hearing the words, "I love you," "You're needed," "You're special," nothing. What we heard was, they only pay us $2.34 a day. And that's how they treated us.
So you all felt to feel like you were a liability with them. Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
Let me
We
stop it.
were, yes, we were a liability. And we never had anything new. Our foster grandmother, she worked at a store called Norbin, so only time we really got anything new was for Easter.
Mm.
And I talk about that in our book.
Wow.
The book. And I want to say one thing too. My book also ends with the 40-year search for my biological family on my dad's side.
Mm.
And I want to say, I am so proud of my family on that side I'm looking at their names, for loving me, accepting me. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It was the first time, I found through Ancestry in 2020. So it's been, 6 years now, in July of 2020. Some real cousins, real family, people that looked like me and accepted me and did nothing but love me and my sons and their wives and children. We had a Zoom call where there were so many and everyone introducing themselves and they kept telling you, we love you, we love you. Thank you for searching for us. Thank you for just being on this call and we love you and we're here for you. And it was so much joy because I will be 65 in
What?
May. Yeah. I will be 65 in May. And it took 60 years basically for someone to show me love. Other than my children too, because I see one of my sons, he's on as well. And I found out that I have a brother and two sisters. One of my sisters is here. Hi, Giselle. I'm going to say her name.
That's so sweet.
Hi, Giselle. And I see my cousin Glenn and Darlene, my
Oh.
son Tim. And because I put the word out. Well, Giselle, my sis, did it for me. She put the word out and sent the link to the family. You know, I'm still
Oh.
learning how to do all of that. And for them to be here, you know, that's love. That's respect. That's, you know, you can't ask for it. I can't ask for anything else.
And I
I
hope
can't. And I talk about,
we get to meet them. I want to meet them at the Black Writers on Tour. Hope they'll come
well,
in.
the only thing is no one's here in California.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Oh, I did find out that I have my uncle, which is my dad's brother. I found out that him and his family are in Long Beach and a little further away. But I do have relatives here, but I don't know if any of them will be able to make it.
Well, that's
On the,
okay. You're going to find out that you have a whole new family out here. Dr. Andre, Rick is hello, Ricky. Rick is one of my co-hosts, Judy. And
Hi, Rick.
he's just sitting there, you know, he's the author of the book, When a Mustard Seed Get Heavy. And I can see that mustard seed was getting heavy. But thank God that you were able to come through this. I'm learning something because I thought coming up in the South, you guys, I always felt that biracial, interracial children, I always felt that they were getting the best because people tend to, in the South, they just love the closer you were to not being black or white, they got special treatment. So this is a whole new enlightenment to me to think that you would treat it differently. What about anybody else online? How did you see that, Andre?
Yeah, basically, when she started talking about that, it really gave me a different perspective because I grew up in that era. I was born in '62, and just as a child growing up and being in school, the closer you were to white, the better treatment. I saw that for myself.
Mhm.
Not even in the South, just here and growing up in Los Angeles. So just to hear that is very unfortunate because you did not have an opportunity on either side, to feel that love. But I certainly commend you on your strength, and of course it's God given, the strength that you have. Like Dr. Rosie said earlier, we're all here for a reason, and you have a story to tell.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why I wanted to hear about your experience with the foster care system, my background deals with working with children, abused and neglected children. And so I know how the system operates and how the children are treated. And my daughter is a foster parent right now, an emergency placement. And we've been talking about how unfortunate it is that the system, is overwhelmed, first of all. And secondly, our children don't get the necessary resources that are needed immediately. It takes a long time for that. So that's why I wanted to know, if you can remember how your experience was. But I commend you and your strength and your family. Kudos to your family, for
Yeah.
doing
They're all online also.
yes, loving on you.
Oh,
It's a
Jesus.
blessing. I'm happy on today.
And we're going to have them to open their mic because I'm sure they have some comments. But let me hear from my co-host, Ricky. Ricky kind of sitting there. I think he's overwhelmed. Ricky, I've never seen your facial expression the way it is today. It's like you're taken aback. What's going on, Ricky?
No, I'm just first of all, I just want to just commend Judy for just being brave and vulnerable on this platform, because it's very easy for someone to say wow, but it's very humbling for someone to say, how did you do it? How did you get through it? And how did you even have the courage to come out and really, share your story like this, knowing that some people wouldn't really understand? I just commend you because, first of all, you don't look like what you've been through. That's number one. Number two, I think your age is really you're deceiving us because you ain't no 65 years old right now. And number three, it's beautiful to know that years later you were able to find family,
Yeah.
and to reconnect and to still have them support you, and for you to be able to have this opportunity to share with the world exactly what you went through, and to know that forgiveness is something that a lot of people choose not to do, and that's what keeps blessings and our relationship with God at a standstill. We must forgive anything and everyone who has ever done wrong to us, because that's just a cycle of life. But to be able to have that courage to stand and talk about it and to cry and to really, let yourself go just means a lot. And it's for everybody that's on this platform, including me. That's why I was like listening. I'm like, my goodness, this woman doesn't look like what she's been through, but she's able to talk about it and to be able to share. And you have so many testimonies. And that book, I'm trying to tell you, I think that book is going to really do some wonders.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I'm glad that she was able to allow her emotion to flow,
Yes.
because some people, they have so many tears are balled up inside, and sometimes you may cry for a lifetime. It doesn't matter. As my dad would always say, these are tears of joy, because she got through it. But Judah, let me ask you this. That
Yeah.
rejection and what you came through, how did that play out in your male-female relationships?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
How did this rejection and your past, how did it play out in your male-female relationship?
Well, I put up with a lot of things. I did. And sometimes I didn't know like which direction to go. And I believe in God. And sometimes I used to just sit back and confused and too scared to move and go this way or go that way. And I was just asking God to show me where do I go? What do I do? Who is it? Who's safe for me to talk to? And, I was a little skeptical about finding my biological family, but I knew that if they say no, I still know who I am and where I came from.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't stop. There's some moments where I sat back for a minute, and the Lord would say, okay, do this, do that, and I would be nervous. But eventually I did it. And I'm glad that I did, because I would not be where I am. I would not know the people, my family, if I did not put myself out there and do what was necessary for me to do.
At what age were you when you realized that I realize the predicament that I'm in, but this too shall pass? What age were you when you recognized that even though in the most horrible condition, you knew within your spirit that it would pass, you would get through it? What age were you when you determined that?
I'm going to say I was high school. I was in high school when I started. And when I got the nerve to really get through it, I want to say was when I left for college. Yes, when I left for college, because I felt that I was in a safer area, and no matter what I say or do, I won't get hit. I won't get punched, because I went to school in Oneonta, New York, for theater, and because I told myself I want to go to the first college that accepted me that was also the farthest away, so they won't come and see me. I talk about that in the book too.
Okay.
So yeah, it started when I was in high school, but I really put my foot down when I went away to college, because I was by myself, which was a little scary, but I was by myself.
Seemed like you took control. What made you decide to join? Were you a part of the Army, the Navy, the Marine?
I was a part of the Army, and I joined the Army because I had my oldest son. I ended up getting pregnant in college, and I had my oldest son who passed away. He's no longer with us. And my foster mom said, you either go on welfare or you go to the military. And I said, well, my sister Loretta, I can say her name, she was in the Navy. And I said, I'll go Navy. But I didn't know how to swim, so I said, no, thank you. I went next door to the Army. No, I went next door to the Army, and I joined the Army.
Well,
and I was in the Army for several years, and then I actually, altogether for active and reserve, I was in for 6 years.
Okay. Well, we thank you. Thank you for your service, right, you guys?
Welcome.
Thank you for your service. You have a question. I'm going to see if there's something in the chat. And then we want your family members or friends, feel free to open your mic and chime in. We would love to hear from you. Dr. Andre, you want to make a comment? Then I want to hear from the family.
I just wanted to ask Judy to share with us, based on your experience growing up as a child, and now you're in a space where you are a mother. Can you share with us how all that played out for you in becoming a mother and what that felt like?
I always, I love my sons. I have 4. Unfortunately, my oldest son, Jeffrey, he passed away. I was 44. He was 22. He had a heart attack. And growing up in foster care and getting abused, I said, if I ever get married and have children, I would never, ever treat them the way I was treated, because I know it's wrong. Yeah, I do believe in discipline. Don't get me wrong. And I see my son Tim is on here, and he can tell you. And I love my family, and for years it's just been us. Well, my husband, and then I divorced him. So it's always been, and my sons. We did travel back and forth to Virginia because that's where my foster parents moved, because I felt like this is the only family that I have. And yes, I forgave them, but did things stop? Not until, I want to say, about 6 years ago. So I have no communication with them whatsoever. But I wanted my sons to grow up. One, we were in church. We believe in God. And I will say, if it wasn't for God showing me which way to go, I probably would be messed up. I never lost sight of who God is and what he can do. The statistics show that 40% of children, when they get out of foster care, they're either dead, drugs, or homeless within a 3-year period. 40%. And I did not want to. I found that out after I started writing my book, and I'm like, man, I didn't want to be a part of that. And I'm glad that I knew who God is, and he loved us and loved me. And I wanted my children to know that no matter what we're going through, because being a single mom, we went through a lot, but we never lost sight of who God is. We prayed together every night. Even to this day, we have a family Zoom call. Well, not Zoom, but chat. Okay. And we always say, my thing to them, I always say, God's morning, and then I always say something, and then family, and then they come back, good morning, good morning, good morning, and they're married. Two of my sons are married, and I actually live with one of them. We're together, and my other son, Tim, that's on here, they live not far from us. I mean, not even 5 minutes away.
That is wonderful.
We love each other. We love each other, and we congratulate each other all the time. Whenever they graduate or get a new job or something, we come together, because family to me is important, because they're all I have. And now that I have this huge family, last name is Smith. I see my cousin Jackie. She was the first person. Jackie and another cousin. Look at her, my other cousin Pam. They were the first ones that contacted me on Ancestry, and they helped me find my cousin Glenn, that's on here, my cousin Darlene, which is her sister, Jackie's sister. I think that's Darlene's sister, and my sister Giselle. It's amazing to know that and they accepted my sons, and they were like, oh, we're going to have a good time, and we're having actually a family reunion here.
Well, you having that right now. Let's hear from Jackie. I want to hear what Jackie got to say.
Go ahead,
and then I want to hear what Tim got to say. Come on, I've talked to the family.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, this has totally been Judy has been a totally blessing, a treat. She inspires so much of what the family is about. We grew up really close-knit family, a large family. But one of the center things there in the family was always prayer. And a circle of prayer, I'm sure, just brought her right back to where she belonged. And I'm just thankful to God for that. And I'm just loving on her and the rest of the family. And I just say praise God.
Wow, you guys the epitome.
Thank you, Jackie.
of
Yes.
what a family is about. You're going to set the standards, going to raise the bar. Tim, come on, talk to me, Tim. Tell me something. Where's Tim? Come on, talk to me, honey.
Hi. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Sorry, I'm actually working right now. But what do you want to know? I just want to preface anything by saying, Mom, I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. She's very emotional, as you all can see.
And that's good. I love that. I love to know that people can be human for once.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, what do you want to know?
I just wanted to hear your voice. I just wanted to know that Tim was real, that there was really a Tim, that she really had a son.
I hope I'm real. I hope I'm not
Don't be AI now. This is not AI. This Tim.
Yes, this is me in the flesh.
Okay. Well, good to meet you, Tim.
Nice to meet you as well.
All right. Is there anyone else online who'd like to open up and have some comments, family or non-family? This is really exciting because I want people to understand that there is more than just one Judy out there, you guys. There are thousands of Judiths out there who need to have their voices heard, who want to connect with their family. And if they never connect, I want you to know that you are okay, that you're here on purpose. Good Sal?
Yes,
Come on,
sir.
girl. Talk to me.
Happy to talk with you all. I just realized my background is not quite what I would like. I think I want to change that. Is that okay? There we go. A little more natural, if that's better. I can tell you, Judy has just been the light of our life. Who knew, in the complexities of realizing you've lived your life all these years and there's a sister out there and a sister that wanted nothing, just to know that she had family. And it has been just beyond genuine. We've gotten a chance to be with each other a couple of times in this period. I've been her way, and I got a chance to love up on my nephews and great nieces, and and then also
I want to say Giselle and I we just did the Price is Right, and she won.
Okay.
Yes. And we realized that there's so many things about us that are similar. I mean, didn't even grow up in the same house, didn't even know each other existed. But it's just amazing how strong genetics can be, right?
Yes.
It really is. And it breaks my heart, I will say, knowing what she had to go through all those years, not even just in her childhood, but also in an unhealthy marriage as well. But I tell you, when you meet those boys, they haven't missed a beat. They have not missed an ounce of love, not an ounce of love. And that says a lot for a mom. It says a lot. That's powerful that she could still raise boys, not girls. You know how hard it is to raise boys when you're a single parent and you have more than one. And then you've gone through a rough road since the day you were kissed on this earth. That's powerful. I love my Judy. I do. I love you. I do. And I love my family that's supporting her every time we want to be behind her. Jackie, Glenn, Darlene, Ilona, just all of us. And I was saying, I am so grateful that she has shared her life with us. We are also grateful that she has shared herself also with us. And it's fine. When I get the info about the book tour, we tried to talk about it the other night, but I'll have to write the dates down because maybe I'll get a chance to meet all of you there.
Yes. Don't that be lovely?
Yes.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. Is there anyone else who want to chime in?
Love you, sis.
I love you too, honey.
I'm surprised Brenda's probably crying. That's why I know Brenda's, she's sensitive. She's probably wiping tears to the reason she can't come on, But to me, this is an awesome period to talk about when you look at the statistic as to how many children are in the foster system. I hope it raised our awareness that we can step up. When we know that there's a foster child, we need to try to find out what we can do. we need to show them some love, because many of them are just a piece of just a check, and they need love. When people don't get love, it shows out in the community, shows out in the world in a destructive way. So we all have a part to play in helping that healing. Because rejection is a terrible thing when a person feels like they're not wanted. Can you imagine what it's like to grow up feeling of no value and feeling unwanted? Do you realize how that plays out even in your relationships? That rejection, as Ricky said the other day, that's a hard thing to deal with. And we tend to put ourselves thinking that if this one rejected me, how do I approach here? Because they're going to do the same thing. But
That's
only
right.
by the grace of God. And I'm happy to hear her lay it out there that she has that spiritual connection with her children. People don't realize how important that is for a family to pray together. It's an old saying, people think it's just a word. Family that prays together stays together.
Stays together.
It is awesome. It is really important now that we put it intact. Brenda, what you got to say? I see Casada, she jumped on the line. Folks, they on here now. They're listening. But you guys spread the word. Give the name of that book out, Judy, and give us your phone number, your website. How can they get that book?
The name of the book is called Adopted, Returned, Unwanted, My Foster Care Journey. It is on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Or you can call me, and I will be able to give you an autographed copy. And I am just really. It took me 3 years because when I started it, it brought a lot of tears and a lot of pain and agony and memories that I'm like, wow. So I had to stop a couple of times. I did have my foster brothers and sisters, a few of them that I talk about, and I say their real names, to help me. And I would write them or send them. My sister Loretta, who lives in Vegas, she did not mind that I used her real name, and but she just doesn't understand why I wanted to find my real family, because especially my mom, she was like, nope, she didn't want me then. I don't want to know about her now. And I said, but Loretta, you don't know. And I try to encourage people. There are people out there that don't even know you exist. And if you try, just try. Yeah. And if they turn away from you, you tried, at least you know. But I didn't have that fear. I kind of thought about it at first as, what if they don't want me? But it's not the first time I've been rejected. And so and that's what I say. God will carry you through and carry me through and carry everybody else through. But you can order my book, like I said, on Amazon or at Barnes & Noble, or you can contact me, or you can go on my website. My website is jewelbookpublishing.com. Jewel Book Publishing is my own publishing company. And I needed to, actually the editor said, oh, you need to have your own book company instead of relying on another publishing company. So I was like, okay. So I wanted Jewel, Jule. Ju is Judy, and Le is Levisy. And it stands for family, family-oriented, or something to do with the family when I looked up Jule. And I said, oh my gosh, this is perfect. So that's the name of my publishing company. And you can also, like I said, go on the website.
And they can also show up on April 25th.
Yes, yes, definitely. Show
April
up.
25th. She's going to be live.
April 25th. I am so excited. Yes.
And you can have your book signed. She can get the original signature.
Yes. And I will
Absolutely.
be in. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. You're excited.
No.
You're going to be
Um,
there.
yes, and I am so looking forward to it. I am. I've been telling everybody about it. So people are going to come out and support and be there for me because I am a veteran as well. So I've been calling into contacting
Call,
my vet family
call
and
them
letting
in.
them know about
Call them
it.
in.
Yes, yes.
That's right.
And a couple of days before, I actually will be in South Carolina promoting my book as well. My church, my pastor and his wife, Desmond Pringle, they are doing this event in Charleston, South Carolina, and
Okay.
I will be there. I just bought my ticket yesterday. I will be there talking, selling my book and talking about it and meeting people and everything as well. And I will be there from the 8th, 17th through the 22nd
Wow,
of
she's getting ready to
April.
be a national traveler, Dr. Andre. Watch out, you guys. I am
And then I'm
loving it.
coming back here. Yes.
Yes, you're going to definitely be back here. You're going to be on that flow amongst 100 other writers, 50 different business owners, seminars up to Yang Yang. You talking about a day, and we are going to bring the AI magic, y'all. You, Sister Jackie, that said, y'all need to kind of find a ticket and get on. This is so incredible. We excited, Judah, about you. We excited about your book, your story. You're going to hear a whole lot more from me and from others, especially Dr. Andre, because you're walking on her trail. She loved this because she's so concerned about our
Yeah.
children. And it's something to think. All these young children who are caught up in the foster system, they need you, Judy. They need your story. They need to know that they can move past hurt. They
That's
can
good.
move
Right.
past pain.
Good.
People need to know that some people get so stuck in that situation, but there are people out there. There's somebody that loves you. That's the message I want you to know. It may not be
Yes.
your mama. It may not be your daddy, your sister, or your brother. God loves you, and He have other people
Amen.
out there who love you too. But you
Amen.
know how they're gonna love on you? You got to show up. You got to
Yes, you
be
do.
out there. They're not going to just knock on your door because you're not going to let them in. You don't know who they are. So you got to come out. You got to be in the path. Wow. This is so incredible. And one day I want to bring on Ricky. I need you to bring me a male on so we're going to talk about their feeling and their healing through the foster system because
Yes.
we don't hear much about it.
You don't.
And these are the men who are hurt and wounded. And these are the men, Dr. Andre, we end up marrying who never got
Hmm.
healed. That's deep, isn't it?
That is.
These are the
Yeah.
men
That
that
is.
our girls end up marrying, men who never got healed. So we're going to do what? We're going to heal the nation. We got to start a step at a time. And then our community can be like the community we once had because we'll be loving each other.
Right.
We won't be all mentally, uh, I'm good at making up words, combobulated. Yeah, that's what you got. Family, I am so proud of you. You all have set the standard because you'd be surprised. There are people who do things that they can't get one family member to follow them. That speaks loud to you, Judy. And it speaks loud to the family. People
Yes.
wish they
Yes.
had a family. They could get two people to show up. They would be jumping and shouting all over the place. So we're happy. Judy, give us some closing words.
So I'm sorry.
Give us some closing words. What do you want people to walk away, to take away from this show?
I want people, especially people that are in foster care or grew up in foster care, you do not have to be a product of your environment. If you just believe in yourself, if no one else believes in you, know that God believes in you. And there is someone out there that can help you and can encourage you, that can love you like no one else. And God is going to send that person to you. You just got to have the faith. And people get really depressed and down and out. Yeah, we all did. And I know I did a couple of times, and I don't anymore too much because I just say, Lord, I thank you. I thank you for delivering me from what all the hardships that I went through in life. And you got to have that joy. Hang on to the joy. Listen to gospel music, but know that somebody loves you.
Mhm.
And you got to love yourself. You have to start loving yourself. And then other people will start loving you as well.
That is
Just
so
believe.
powerful. It's
Just
so
believe in
powerful.
yourself.
Absolutely. Because many times, Judy, I tell when I do relationship seminars, I tell women and men, sometimes you're trying to get something from a person that they're not able to give
Ooh.
because
Right.
they don't love themselves. If you can't love you,
True.
you cannot love me.
Mm-mm.
You see?
Yeah.
So you're thinking that you have failed in your trying. How come I can't make him love me? I did this. I gave him this. All you give. If that person does not love themselves, and if they does not love God, as my daddy said, you beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
You're beating a dead horse. Have you guys heard that one before? That's what my dad said. You're beating a dead horse, meaning it's not going to make any difference. So I want men and women out there to understand. You got to understand this thing called love. First, you got to understand agape love. Then you
Yes.
got to understand that you cannot get, as the old folks said, blood from a turnip. And some of
Right.
these men and some of these women get sell turnip. So you can't get blood from it. Don't care what you do, you can't buy it. You can't shake it. You can't beat it into them. It have to come from the heart. So I just want to thank you again for making yourself available.
Well, thank you.
It's just been awesome.
It's an honor. It's an
Well,
honor to be
we're
here.
we're looking. Barbara's so excited about you. See, you got to have Judy on your show. I said, well, this
I
a
know
quick
she's so
notice.
amazing.
He said, "Oh no, you did you talk to Judy? Did you talk to Barbara? I did speak to Judy. Judy is coming on my show because she was so impressed with your story. Ricky, being the
Oh,
male on the show, close us out with something. When a mustard seed get heavy. That's the title of his book. When a mustard seed gets heavy.
Mhm.
It's
wow.
about heavy. It's heavy about now.
Yes, yes. I just want to just comment on the love piece. I think that for men, particularly in today's society, a lot of men don't really know what love looks like. They don't know how to demonstrate it. They don't know how to show it, and they definitely don't know how to receive it. And so, when a man struggles in that area, it impacts so many things, especially women, relationships, children, etc. And so, I just want to commend Judy for knowing how to recognize when you're not in a good situation or you're not in a good space and to get out of it. Because a lot of times we stay in situations that we were never meant to be in, and we are been in a situation that we were forced in or just fell into because we were looking for something like love in the wrong place. And so when you find that space and time and knowing that it's not there, you have to get out of it so you can be available for what's supposed to be there. And so love is something that you shouldn't have to chase down. Love finds you. And when it finds
Wow.
you, you have to be able to allow it to attach onto you and teach you. Because one thing about love that I tell people all the time, love teaches you. You don't teach love. Love teaches you because God is love. He's the only one that can show you that kind of love. And when you demonstrate that to people, that's when you're able to really see how much you can be loved and how much you deserve love. And so for Judy, love has found you. It has
Really?
wrapped its hands around you. And as you see, all of your family and friends have come together
No.
to demonstrate what that love really represents. So I just want to tell you, I commend you. And I just want to tell other people that love is something that it's available, but you have to be available for it.
Yes.
Have to be ready for it. And
Yes.
Judy, look, when she talk about, how old you say you are, Judy?
I will be 65 on May 25th.
Now, Judy, you know God don't like lies. You know that, right? Unbelievable,
Yeah.
unbelievable. Wow. I can see you walking down the street with your sons and girls being jealous, thinking that you his girlfriend. Girl,
Yeah.
you look so good.
Well,
You
they're
look,
married. They're married now.
okay.
My
What
youngest
that
son is
love really
not, but
represents.
Tim and
So I just want to
Andre,
tell
they
y'all
are
from this.
married now.
Well, he better
They've
not
got
let
kids of
you
their own.
look at the baby. Look at the baby.
Oh,
You got, oh, look at
yes,
that.
that's his baby.
Oh, that is so cute. Look at, he's waving at us.
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Her name is Amelia, and she's how old is
Amelia.
she now? 7 months.
Almost 8 months.
Yes.
Wow. That is so wonderful. Folks, this has been like a family reunion. I almost
Yes.
feel like I may be a part of the family. You all related to any hunters? You know, when you find good family, you want to jump in it. I bet a lot of folks want to jump in y'all family, huh? Come on. Yeah. This is so incredible, you guys. It's been awesome. The clock on the wall said that's all. I want to throw kisses to the baby. Yes, yes. You guys go and have a great day, Judah. We're looking forward to seeing you and looking forward to getting that book. And again, you can get that book. She's going to be at Black Writers on Tour. You can go on Amazon.com. That book is going to be all over the world soon because she is throwing it down. So,
Yes.
peace and love. Now,
Hi,
who do
Judy.
Darlene?
Bye
Darlene
bye.
coming on at the last minute. Come on,
Nope.
Darlene. Just
I
say
didn't realize
something.
that was
I've
you.
been here. I've been here, but I'm at work.
Oh, you at work.
Hey,
Okay.
Darlene, love you. I love you all.
All right. Thank you, Darlene. Thank you,
Oh, I
everyone.
have one other thing to say. I did give my book to Tyler Perry
Okay, good.
when I met him and when I went to see the movie 6888 and they had a Q&A. So I was able to talk to him and about my book and gave him a copy of it.
Oh,
Wonderful.
great.
We hope to see you on the big screen, girl.
That's what I'm talking
How
about.
come
Yes.
Glenn didn't show his face? Glenn, let me see you.
Come on, cousin.
Come on,
Well,
Glenn.
cousin.
Open that let us see you, Glenn. Come on.
I think he tried to get on, but he may have had
You
problems.
think he may have had some problem. Well, we thank
Yeah, because we
everybody.
see his name. Okay.
Yeah, yes. We thank all of you that came on the clock on the wall. So that's all I want to send love to everybody and say ta-ta and much obliged.